How to teach history homeschool. I'm going to encourage you in your efforts to homeschool your kids to think outside the box, especially if your kids are resistant to any subject. I know for me, when I was in high school, history was the time that I passed notes in the class. It was I was not there to learn. Um, but I have two things to share with you today. So, number one, I want to show you a board game, and I haven't even opened it. So, I'm going to open it. So, I want to show that to you. Number two, I want to tell you about what this company is doing in as far as a kickstart. So, first, let me show you this one. So, the reason that doing a board game to teach something like history or geography or science or math or verbs or anything is that you're disguising school as a fun activity. Now, don't make the mistake of saying, "Hey kids, let's participate in an educational activity." Don't do that. Just pop some popcorn, pour some um, high value beverage, and get to playing a board game with your kids. So, this company is called Underdog, and they sent me this game. Um, in a as a thank you for telling you about the game that they're producing. But I'm super excited about this because my family is a big board game family. We love really high value games like Settlers of Catan. Let's see if I can open this while I'm on. And so this game and the one that they're getting ready to produce is super high quality, I can tell. So I'm super excited to kind of peek inside the box. This one is Trekking the National Parks is a spirited family board game that lets players visit America's national parks in a fun and competitive way, competing for points, claiming park cards, collecting stones, and traveling across the country. For a few years, my father-in-law lived right next to Yosemite, and it was fantastic to be able to go to. Oh, look, you can't see. Look, oh, he's like, but I want to go to Yosemite too. That's because he barks at every vehicle that goes by. He lived next to Yosemite, and he had one of those the kind of passes that you get when you're older. And we were able to go to Yosemite all the time. So national parks and treasures are super high on our list. Just look at the quality. These games are not cheap. Just like Settlers of Catan, a good high quality board games they're gonna be like in the 50 or more range. These games retail for $50. It says a Parents' Choice Gold Award game, which I haven't looked at yet. So there's the box. That's a grizzly bear. I always tell my kids, you can always tell that you're doing the right thing if you feel like you're swimming upstream and there are big bears ready to pluck you out of the water. So anyway, national parks. So why would we want to tell our kids national parks game? Look, if you pause the screen right now or hold up your smartphone, you can zap the QR code and it'll tell you how to play the game, which is super cool. I like that. I just started playing with QR codes. I put them on my recipes and stuff now so that I can easily just snap and find recipes. Has like a little product catalog. So they've got trekking around the world, coconuts, national parks trivia, trekking the world trivia. So it's all about exploring geography and history through a board game, which is just super fun. So beautiful, high quality. I haven't looked at this before. My family is super excited to play this. When I'm shooting this, it's Friday night. Friday's pizza night in the Sailor household, and I'm hoping I can snag everybody in that will actually give the game a try. So super, super cute. Oh my goodness. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, don't you just want to go there? Okay, I love, love, love nature and natural wonders. So my husband and I, our kids are older. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, look at this one. Okay, one year, my family, this is the General Sherman tree. Here's a fun fact. Um, Not a fun fact. We went to go see the giant sequoias one year, just because it was February and we thought it would be great. So we drove up there, not taking into consideration that it was February and there was 15 feet of snow. So we walked up and hugged the General Sherman tree and kind of took pictures on the inside and just enjoyed this giant sequoia. And then we went back in the summer. There's a fence around the tree. You're not supposed to get anywhere near it. We had no idea. The snow was so deep that the trail and the fence was completely buried. We felt so bad. But anyway, beautiful pictures. This would make a really good history project. Not only could you play the game, but you could take oh, look at the canyon lands of Utah. You could take each and every one of these and turn it into a mini unit. Or if you have a bunch of kids, you could look through here and you could choose one, two, three, and do a family project where you map how to get there, you find out all the history and the topography and the science behind the different areas. But there are some gorgeous places in here represented. Ooh, Kings Canyon. I've been there too. So when I look at this, I want to go there. Have I been to any of these on this page? No, I have been to Kings Canyon. It's gorgeous. It's just like that. It's stunning. And I have touched the General Sherman tree. And this is the volcano in my backyard. I live within eyesight of the Mount Rainier volcano, White Sands. Oh, and the Cascades. We go here too. There is a Jagged Peaks. So we live in Washington at the time of this video, and you can see Mount Rainier as we're driving around doing stuff. It's stunning. I pray it stays a quiet volcano. And the Cascades are just gorgeous. Beautiful area that we live in. So you can see already the quality of this game. And so as I'm getting to the end, I'll show you the board. What they're doing is this was a Kickstart a few years ago, and they, what do you call it? They polled their supporters for what game do you want to see us do next? And I guess the game that won out was Trekking Through History. So they're going to be doing a board game that goes through, this is gorgeous. This is super high quality. It's tricky to do when you're on camera and I don't have a camera set up. Look at that beautiful game board, beautiful. And the point of the board game, as my son treks down the stairs, it's okay, I'm almost done, but the point of the game is to go around and to explore the national parks. Super, it's like a leathery kind of a pouch. Beautiful. Look at this, beautiful pieces and stones. I don't know how to play this one, but I'm excited to look at it. It's got gorgeous cards, which tell you what to do. Draw a Trek card, move, claim a park. Wonder if they're all the same. Play your turn. So I guess we're learning this together. Let's look. Okay, so there's different things that you can do on your moves. You're learning about the different parks as you go. Gorgeous. These feel, I don't know if you're old enough to remember the nature cards that used to come in the mail. The National Geographic, I think, used to send gorgeous nature cards in the mail, and you would collect them into a box as you were learning about different animals. This is gorgeous. I cannot wait to play this. So why a board game? Number one, you're building relationships with your kids. Number two, it's just plain old fun. And this is learning by osmosis. As you're playing the game, you are naturally learning about these places. And so and there are other cards in here too. I don't know what these are. These must be how far you go. So the Kickstart is, let me pull it up and let me see what it says. The Kickstart says, Trekking Through History, which is the game that's coming out later this year. It's 2022 right now. Trekking Through History invites you to step through time travel portal to experience incredible moments from the past. Get ready to meet historical legends and witness significant events as you race to collect experience tokens before time on the clock runs out. Plus, you might learn a few things on the way. So the Kickstart began on February 1st, and the game is set to release in September of 2022. Now, the last time I checked their Kickstarter, they have already raised the funds to launch the game. However, as people are able to support this kind of an effort, it goes a long way for them to increase the quality and maybe even the release date of the game. So, Trekking Through History, follow the link so that you can learn more. Look at the Kickstart, look at how you play and all that stuff. But imagine that this could be it could even be the launch pad for your homeschool curriculum for history for the next year. So, the same way that this could be the launch pad, this trekking through the national parks could be a launch pad for you to learn geography and science and geology. The things that I saw immediately within there in the science type units are geology, the flow of water, great water bodies, mountains. There's so much. This is so rich. I cannot wait to see it. When you're going through the history one, I believe it said 180 different historical people or events throughout history. Don't hold me to that. But I think it's that. And you could break it into units where you're doing ancient history, Middle Ages, etc. And you could use the game as the core or the foundation of your history for the next year or two. And rather than, and then use the internet and YouTube and Discovery and National Geographic and all the like for you to add the resources along with it. So anyway, that's it. If you listened and watched so far, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the little bell so that you don't miss anything. And I will see you in the next video.